Hi everyone, super short video today, and it's just going to cover the ways in which you can help or begin to develop your audience and problem making section in Defense of draft, and it's really just going to collect in a short document the different things we've talked about as we looked at naps and travel getting there and cigarettes. And so we'll just briefly look at those, and I'll make this document available to you in this module link as well, so you can download it, look at these questions again and again. This is again a starting point for the rhetorical situation draft, ways that you need to be thinking about your rhetorical situation, your audience, your problem, and how to develop a purpose from that understanding. So I'm going to, let's see, pull this up. And it's very straightforward. It just has a couple of questions that you need to be asking yourself as you develop your first draft. You know the different approaches that the three essays have taken so far, and these questions come from that. So here are a couple ways to develop your audience and your problem. You say and can ask, what is the current problem? Maybe you could even ask, who has this particular perspective of the problem? What reasoning does your audience give for this problem? What does your audience prefer to do or believe instead of your topic? Another follow-up question to that is, why is their preference a problem? What has influenced, caused this problem? Some influences or causes to look at are educational experiences, cultural influences, societal pressures, technological causes, fears or desires. If we could just go back into three essays that we've read so far, you could see these different causes or influences all over those essays. In societal pressures in naps, for instance, there is this economic pressure, this pressure to be productive, to be seen as being productive, and to working hard and to making money and to not losing money. Also in naps, there are these cultural influences that make up the problem. The cultural influence of the Puritans, who think that anything that feels good is bad. This was a cultural influence, a little bit different than societal pressure. In trains or travel, getting there, we have this idea of technological causes. Well, the development of the plane as a technology of travel created more people who preferred plane over trains. And this is a technological cause for the problem. So that's a question that you could ask to see if there's a way to develop the problem based on technology. What fears or desires make up this problem? So with cigarettes, the fear of injury, illness, death even, secondhand smoke, so on and so forth, make up the problem of cigarette smoking. We don't have quite any educational experiences that I've seen in the first three essays. We're going to see that maybe in the essay books down the road. But these are still a category of questions about influences or causes, and you want to explain those causes. As we saw with naps, in her explanation of the societal pressures to be productive, to work hard, to make sure that you make a lot of money and your stocks stay up, in identifying and explaining and illustrating these specific influences, she also narrows in on her audience. She goes from Americans to specifically business, white collar workers. So the more you develop the problem by asking these questions. Well, what reasoning are they giving? What do they prefer to do instead? What influences have caused the way they think about this topic? You might start narrowing in on who they are more specifically. So these are a good set of questions to come back to think through as you start developing your problem and audience. Again, it's in the link so you can refer to it. And I look forward to reading your problem-making drafts and what specifically problem you're going to address and try to convince your audience of before you move on to make your argument. So that will be it for this video. Again, nice and short, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.